Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. It's finished here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 5, Sheffield United 1. Sheffield United are officially relegated to the Championship. Commiserations to them. I thought they put a hell of a fight, particularly first half, when they went 1-0 up early on after a header from Ahmedhodzic. I remember pronunciation isn't the strongest for that name, just so it doesn't get knocked over by a... There we go, perfect. Yeah, so Sheffield United actually, as I mentioned, took the lead 1-0 within the first 3 or 4 minutes, and it was a bit of a reality check because everybody was saying, oh well, we beat these 8-0 earlier on in the season, what can Newcastle United do this time round? Well, they went 1-0 down and they deserved to be 1-0 down. And Sheffield United had chances. If it wasn't for Dan Burn, who made 3 really, really good interceptions, Newcastle could have been more than 1-0 down, 100%. But Newcastle stayed in the game, and Jacob Murphy, what a ball from Jacob Murphy to put in Alexander Isak midway through the first half. And Isak doesn't need many chances, but that was his first real chance, and he buried it past Wes Foderingham. And it was Newcastle 1, Sheffield United 1. But I wouldn't say Newcastle were dominating that first half, they really weren't. It was a case of they had the moments, but Sheffield United more than had the moments. And Sheffield United deserved to be at least level at the break. But Newcastle had the players, and they got a bit of a telling off. I think it was a bit of a bollocking from Eddie Howe at half time, and they stepped up the gas. And for a good 20 minutes, it could have been a case of how many for Newcastle. It really, really could. Newcastle took the lead from the £100 million man, Bruno Guimarães, to make it 2-1 with a diving header from an Anthony Gordon free kick. Newcastle were rewarded a penalty from Anthony Gordon again. He gets involved after getting brought down by Mason Holgate. That was 3-1 with Isak putting the penalty away. And then 4-1 from an own goal. And Newcastle, the announcer gave it to Bruno Guimarães, but it was definitely an own goal to make it 4-1. And in a matter of moments after that, Callum Wilson came on after a Harvey Barnes assist, who also came on to make it 5-1 to Newcastle. And that was more than enough for the win, of course. And it was dominant towards the end. But the first half was a bit of a reality check. And fair play to Sheffield United. The fans stayed to the bitter end. But with Newcastle, it was dominant when it needed to be. And especially with the result at Old Trafford, where Manchester United drew with Burnley at Old Trafford, it makes a much better result. All we had to do today was win, and we did win, and that was the reason why Newcastle United fans are in jubilant mood ahead of that trip next week to Burnley. It's a lovely place, Burnley, honestly. Got loads of people saying it's a lovely place around here. But look, Newcastle are going to be happy. Best man here is going to be happy. Andy's going to be happy. 5-1 win. Made hard work of it after the first half appearance, but second half it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the first half was just miserable, and a lot to hope for coming out in the second half. He's obviously given them a right good go at half time, but second half just blew them away. They fell to pieces and got the job done. Yeah,
that's what it was. The second half was just absolutely fantastic. The £100 million man, Bruno Guimarães, making the difference early on, and he loved that goal, didn't he? Loved his celebration as well. Loved the display by Wall Flags, who did a great job before the game. A big shout out to them. But it was dominant. It was a professional job at the end. But maybe 5-1 was probably a bit too nice from Sheffield United's point of view, because at half time you could argue Sheffield United probably deserved to be ahead of half time.
Yeah, I mean, first half was absolutely dire. You're right. I think if you go on a first half performance, then like 5-1 looks lovely, but second half they just fell to pieces. Yeah. They forgot how to play as a football team. They couldn't pass to each other, and we just took total opportunity of that. I thought when they came out first 10, I think in the second half they looked all right, but then just fell to pieces and just took total advantage of it. And I mean, Bruno's celebration is probably the best thing I've seen all season. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a great performance by Bruno. He would have seen that celebration right in the front row with his seat. I'm not going to tell you how he got it, because I don't actually know, but he did get a great view as he put the ticket on the WhatsApp chat. But yeah, it's finished here at St James's Park. All the fans have got smiling faces, which is lovely to see. It's only three home defeats all season. The last one was Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day, which seems like a very long time ago. It's Burnley next week, but before that we have got the last word with me, Andy and Lee on the camera as well. That should be something to look forward to, so make sure you like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV and like this video as well, because it's finished here. Newcastle United 5, Sheffield United 1.